Hi. In this last chapter, we're going to discuss the steps that are involved in rolling out your game to the world, to deploy it to a PC or a Mac or to the web. Turns out these are pretty easy processes. There's actually also another couple of deployment options available. These require paying license fees of various kinds. We'll discuss those briefly, but we're going to focus mainly on the rollout of games to PCs and to the web. So let's get going. So the first thing we're going to do is launch Unity. Double click the shortcut. Okay, now under the File menu, you want to choose Build Settings. And all of the scenes should be listed in the Scenes and Build. And by default, it's probably in this platform selection here, probably has PC and Mac standalone as the choice. Now with that selected, the other important drop-down is to the right, called Target Platform. And this is going to be either Windows or one of these other flavors here. So generally you're going to select either this first Windows selection here or the Mac Universal. But you may, as you get more familiar with these, want to choose different ones. But that tends to be where people start. So the other choices here, we have the web player. There's a couple of different choices here in checkboxes. Streamed refers to situations where you have a number of different scenes, and for a game to start playing, you don't need to have all of it loaded at once. You can just start as soon as the system deems that there's enough of the content there to start playing the game. So it takes a shorter time to load and get the player up and running. This offline deployment, what that has to do with is there is a JavaScript component that's part of the web deployment package that if the game is not going to be in a situation where it can connect to Unity to look for latest updates, you need to have a version of this sitting resident. And if you say offline deployment, then that will be added to the deployment files that are created. Otherwise, it's just going to go out and look at the web and get the most recent version of the JavaScript file that's available for that. So just a choice to be made. You know, if you're online, that's fine. Now you've also got iOS for Apple iPhones. You've got Android here. Those require paid licenses. You can click on the link to go to the online store. The retail versions of those start at $400 each, and then there are pro versions with even more features. Then below that we have the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii, and you notice that they say contact sales. Licensing for them is handled a little bit differently, kind of on a case-by-case basis. But to begin with, you're not going to be worried about those. Those are for very advanced developers, very specialized situations. So for now, we're just going to do a PC or Mac build, and then we're going to do a web build in the last video. And that'll be it for this course. So we'll wrap up this video here, and then in the next one we'll start those deployment builds.